Welcome to my kitchen. I am Judith and we are going to do a harissa roasted chicken and vegetables. So we already made the harissa paste. I will post that either later in this video or in another video. The first thing we're going to do is slice into our chicken thigh all the way to the bone. And same with the drumsticks. About 2 or 3 slices in the thighs and just a couple in the drumstick. And then we're going to take our harissa paste that we made earlier. Put that over there and just see, we have them all. There we go. And that spoon now was in the sink because I did touch it. And we're going to put that aside and let it marinate for about an hour and a half. You could give it less time if you don't have that length of time to let it marinate. Overnight would be wonderful, but we're making this for dinner tonight, so we don't have that amount of time. We'll be back with the vegetables in a minute. There it is. That's the harissa paste we made earlier. And we are now going to coat our vegetables. A combination of sliced fennel with the fronds removed, scraped carrots, celery ribs, and yellow flesh potatoes. Now cauliflower also works wonderful in this. So let's just get a good spoonful of the harissa paste and just scooch it all over there. I don't need a whole lot since the chicken's already covered in harissa paste. So now I just can't resist wanting to lick my fingers. This stuff is so good. There we go. Give it a good mix around so the vegetables are all coated. And then we're going to lay the chicken on top. And any of the extra harissa paste that's in the bottom of the bowl there, we can just mush that over any vegetables that missed it or on top of the chicken. There we go. I'm going to rinse my hands off. And this is going to go into a preheated 375 degree oven for approximately an hour. Once it's been in the oven for half an hour, you might want to pull it out and give the veggies a bit of a stir. Make sure they get flipped so they're not overcooking on one side and undercooking on the other. Yeah. All the juices collecting at the back of the pan. So now I'm going to turn it that way. Give it a little shake. Shove everything down in there. Chicken bits still on top is good. And put it back in the oven. There we go. We are ready to serve. Lovely and soft vegetables. Nice char on the harissa. And we have some naan bread in the oven to warm. And we'll be back with a beautiful dinner. And there is our harissa paste chicken and vegetables with a lovely salad and some warm naan bread. It smells so good in here, I can't wait to dive in. Welcome to my kitchen. I am Judith and today we're going to make a harissa paste. We're going to use it later to coat our chicken. Now harissa paste is a North African condiment. It's generally pretty spicy, but as you know I don't like spice, so I make my own, the milder version of it. You can buy it in pretty much any grocery store, but because I don't like the spice, I make my own. So we start with soaked dried peppers. And we have the New Mexico chili peppers. Focus on there. And if I pronounce it properly, Guajillo chilies. These apparently are the closest to the North African chilies that they use. So they have been soaked, probably for an hour, although half an hour is sufficient. Then you just want to remove the stems, and open them up, and de-seed them, which is easiest done just by giving them a rinse in the water. Now you'll want to have a strainer handy because you do want to use some of that water. And, well, if you like it hot, then you don't mind if the seeds are in there. So this is about half an ounce each of the two types of chilies. If you want it full strength, you would use 2 ounces each. And it varies. Some days I do make it a little hotter, but mostly I'm not into the heat. So you want basically 1 large bell pepper. And you can tear that up a little bit. And we want some sun-dried tomatoes. These are really good and have a lot of flavor in them. So a good couple of tablespoons at the least. Let's see what we got there. There we go. We got about 3 or 4 tablespoons there. And we want 3 peeled garlic cloves. Toasted spices that I've ground in my mortar and pestle. So there's cumin, caraway, and coriander. And a teaspoon of salt. There it goes. Then we want a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. Like I say, be ready with the strainer if you're going to use your water to de-seed your peppers, because then we're going to pour in some of the water. Now we're going to give that a blend on high, and I'm just going to shut it off so you don't have to listen. One tip for storing your harissa paste is get it nice and smooth on top and use a clean spoon. And then carefully pour olive oil on using the bowl of the spoon so it doesn't make a divot in the paste. Just enough to cover, so we're doing 2, maybe 3 tablespoons. And if there's any of the paste that's sticking up on the side of the jar, clean that off. So it's nothing above the line of olive oil. Do not get your fingers in there. Use only kitchen towel. And if you put that in the refrigerator, that will last a couple of weeks anyway. Just watch for mold. If it does go